Nothing but lies. Lies! 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 Lies!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Weapon Triangle podcast, the only Fire Emblem podcast you will ever need. Today, we are talking about Three Houses, the esteemed Switch release on Fire Emblem. It's Fire Emblem on the Switch. It's the only Fire Emblem on the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean...
No, it's not. It's not. They put one on the Switch.
Yeah, we've got Triangle Project. Remember Triangle?
No, okay. Project Triangle Strategy is not a Fire Emblem.
Do you even know the name of this podcast?
Yeah, it's the Weapon Triangle podcast.
Okay.
It's always been that.
Yeah, it's never been anything else. Last episode, I was talking about how much I loved Camilla. How could you forget that? We got into an argument about whether or not Face is bad or good, and surprisingly, I was the one who said that Face was bad, even though I love Camilla.
That was crazy. It's crazy. By the way, we're all Fire Emblem Fates lovers. We have, like, our core and amiibos sitting on our desk next to, like, our, like, I Heart Fire Emblem Fates shirts.
I'm too poor to have amiibos. I have one amiibo that I got as a gift. Well, actually, I have 4 amiibos I got as a gift. Someone gave me the Splatoon amiibos, but since I lost my copy of Splatoon 2, they're useless.
Check your desk right now. I just manifested a Corrin amiibo on your desk.
Is it female? Can it be female?
Alright, who are we?
Oh yeah, fuck, we need to introduce ourselves.
Who the fuck are we?
We did this last time too, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
All right, so how about I introduce everybody for them so that we can get this over with? Okay, so Des, Epots, Kirby, Mushroom, and Horsecam. We're done. Goodbye.
Okay, but like we're supposed to introduce ourselves so people know what our voice are.
No. Let's just introduce ourselves as the wrong people. Like I'll introduce myself as Horsecam.
Okay, well, let's have the editor point an arrow when I say the names.
No, because it's too much work.
Let's just okay.
It's literally just tweeting an arrow.
Let's just start it from the top. Des, introduce yourself.
Starting from the top.
Des, I'm sorry.
Okay, so, I'm the Wings of Despair. I'm the Breath of Ruin. I'm the Fell Dragon, Grima.
You're cringe.
You're cringe. I'm going to throttle you.
Sorry, I had to. Awakening is my favorite Fire Emblem
This isn't
game.
Gaia Online. Get off.
I am the Dark Knight Kirby.
Dark Knight is a cool class, though.
Saying that took 5 years off my
You
life.
get Life Taker.
It is a cool class. Dark Knight is Pog.
I need to pull up like Odin's no wait. No, I need to pull up Owain's speech. Should I do Owain's or Odin's?
I don't have any funny speech ready. This is very putting me on the spot.
Google Fire Emblem Owain quotes and then just insert that into your
Owain
repertoire.
quotes? I got a lot of those.
Owain quotes.
Down, sword hand!
Owain quotes.
My sword hand is throbbing.
Such are the winds of fate!
My dark fate.
I'm sorry, Mushroom.
It's fine. Okay, hello, this is Mushroom. Throughout the podcast, I'm just gonna be thinking about what would be my cool quote that I'm gonna slaughter all my enemies with, so I can say something really snappy and, like, quippy while, like, I cut down, like, 40-year-old men, I guess.
I would go and I'd say, "See you in the next dimension," and then I'd stab him and I'd laugh.
I am the bringer of darkness. I am the strongest of all.
Why are you guys all edgy? Nobody's like a normal mage or something.
I bequeath upon thee a sword of my likeness. I am the one true hero.
Sword with your face on it?
Horsecam the Third.
What?
The first and the second.
This is the best intro
Well,
ever.
I think I'm literally the most normal Fire Emblem quote-unquote character here.
Let's get right into the meat and potatoes. Who is best girl in Three Houses?
Edelgard.
Camilla.
Camilla isn't in Three Houses show.
Edelgard or Bernie. Basically any Black Eagles girl.
Honestly, the only difference I know between them is one is Slifer Red, one is Raw Yellow, and one is Obelisk Blue, and I don't give a shit
Fucking
about
get
that.
your Yu-Gi-Oh bullshit out of here. Fuck you.
There's 3 of them. There's not 4 of them, so I can't just go like Hogwarts.
Siame's not here to like take your Yu-Gi-Oh conversations, okay?
Siame is in prison for multiple crimes against the government.
As she should be.
Wow.
Real quick, I just wanna say, the weapon triangle ain't got nothing on the magic triangle from the GBA games, and I rest my case.
True.
The true weapon triangle.
The magic triangle is really cool. I don't know why they removed it.
Yeah.
Because they're cowards.
For people who don't know, the magic triangle is like
Animal beats dark
Yeah.
beats... No. Animal beats white beats dark, and dark beats animal.
anima. Yeah,
What's animal?
I don't even fucking-
Anima? What's anima?
anima is like fire and like thunder and stuff. Do you guys remember the iconic like Three Houses fruit basket that was just like a really shitty PNG? That was
It was
funny.
literally
Oh my
like
God.
a JPEG of a fruit.
That was
like,
so funny when I saw that the first time. I laughed so hard.
if I ever do shitty graphics, I'm doing that.
You know what? I should have introduced myself a little bit differently because everyone freaking says I sound like the gatekeeper from Three Houses.
That is so true! Do the wine!
Say the line, horse scam.
Greetings, Professor!
Greetings, Professor! Nothing to report except my life.
You have to do it in the same tone. You have to do it in the exact same
I
inflection.
can't get that happy, okay?
Greetings, Professor! Nothing's
Can I like make a request here real quick?
Sure.
Whenever we do the introductions, can we just edit in like the GBA meeting someone theme, just like da 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 da, and like every time they get interrupted, it just breaks and then it starts
Show
again.
me your moves, show 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 me your moves.
Let's start from the bottom now. Horsecam, what is your experience with Fire Emblem?
My experience with Fire Emblem. I found Fire Emblem hints like, I don't know, like years ago. I was really interested in middle school. I didn't play any of the games until like a year ago because like I was interested in it and I was like, oh wow, Fire Emblem looks interesting, but I just didn't have the means of playing Fire Emblem because I was poor.
Understandable.
Honestly, that's yeah.
You could have pirated in. No.
I didn't have a good enough computer to run any emulators.
You couldn't run fucking GBA Fire Emblem? Are you fucking kidding me? Did you have my laptop?
Okay, you'd be surprised how much a computer can like go into a certified stroke.
Yeah.
Certified stroke.
Yeah, like how many times I've ran a GBA game and it, like my computer just blew itself up. I can't even count how many times that happened.
Is your computer a Casio calculator? Like what the
Yeah.
fuck, Horsecam?
Yeah, I record this podcast on a not a Casio. I do it on a Texas Instruments TI-84.
You have like your big podcasting microphone and it's just plugging into a TI-84.
I wish I had a TI.
Dude, you can play Doom on a TA84.
You can play Doom on practically anything. You can probably play Doom on a piece of cheese.
Play Doom on a pregnancy test. You can play Doom
You
on
can have Bad
anything.
Apple on a TI-84.
You can play Doom on 16 billion crabs. You can. Anyhow, my introduction to Fire Emblem was that I played Brawl as a young wee lad, and I was like, "Wow, Ike and Marth, they sure are cool. I wish I could play their games." And then I never did. But then I played Awakening.
Yeah.
Then like on a whim, I was like, you know what? Ike and Marth were pretty cool in Brawl. I'll pick up Awakening, and now I have a certified Fire Emblem addiction.
I guess you could say
yeah.
it awakened your addiction to Fire Emblem.
Disgusting.
I remember I was really small and I played Melee over at a quote-unquote friend's house because you know how your mom's friends' kids end up being your friends for a while? It's like that. And so I would play Melee and I'd be like, these anime characters are kind of funny, and then I didn't think about it for like years on end.
And then what happened? And then that's it?
Yeah. What was your first game in the series?
I did play one of the Game Boy games. I can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been the one with Elliewood.
What was the first game you finished in the series?
It was Awakening, and I also did Fates.
So you were a freaking casual. You don't even play Hector Hard mode.
I put it on the hardest difficulty. Dude, I put it on the hardest difficulties where the game, like, literally just cheats to make it hard.
You did not play Awakening on Lunatic, did you? That's hard.
Yeah, I did. I kind of gave up after halfway through.
You're insane, Awakening on Lunatic. Okay, yeah, actually...
it's on a whole fucking other level.
Yeah. Usually when I play video games, I try to go for, like, the kind of hard difficulty. Nothing crazy, but nothing like baby.
We're totally gonna get like some guy in the comments named like just get good who's gonna be like
Cellophane62.
yeah he'll be like named like Hector Hard Mode 420. He'll be like, you guys fucking suck, I beat like Lunatic with like the DK bongos.
It's a turn-based game. DK bongos provide no like drawback.
It would just take
Exactly.
longer. That's the point, is that he did something entirely meaningless just to say that he has an achievement.
Alright, Mushroom, what about you then?
My experience with Fire Emblem is that I didn't actually play that much like Melee, or like I didn't play that much fighting game when I was growing up. Basically, everybody I knew didn't have any like game systems. And then when I came to college, I got roped into joining like a video game orchestra. And my friend, who was like an avid Fire Emblem fan, who was like, you need to play a Fire Emblem. Also look at these hot lesbians in 3 houses. Don't you want to play these hot lesbians? And I was like, yeah, of course I do. And she's like, you can't play 3 houses unless you play some other Fire Emblem game. So take my 3DS.
Gatekeeping.
and she's like, Kate, take my 3DS. Like, here's the copy of Fates. Here's a copy of Awakening. Like, here's a copy of like Echoes. Like, pick your game and then at least play one of them.
God damn.
At least play one of them before you play 3 houses.
Played Echoes.
So then I played Echoes. So I played Echoes.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
You played the most black sheep game you could have picked.
I know, but I really liked Echoes
You
though.
played the most Fire Emblem game.
I really liked Echoes. I also didn't want to play Awakening because my friend was like, it's gonna take you like forever and you might hate half of it. And I was like, oh no. So I played Echoes.
Here's how you play Awakening. Pair pair the player character with Chrom. You play a pair with Chrom. That's it. That's all you do. You use only those 2 characters.
That's cute. But yeah, Echoes was really fun. It took me like probably a month straight. I just played that game straight and I was like, could I now play like the lesbian game now? And she's like, nope. Like, if you're gonna play 3 houses, she like wrote me down like how I'm supposed to play the routes. She's like, you play Blue Lions first, and then Golden Deers, and then Church,
Gatekeeper.
and then Black Eagles. And I was like,
In order to play Digital Devil Saga correctly, you have to put in these responses to these characters. If you don't get heat for the final dungeon, I will kill you.
Mushroom befriended the Reddit post.
but yeah, I mean, I'm just I just mean like, I mean, my friend is very nice about it. It wasn't, she was just more like, oh, I want you to have a good experience with the game, and she didn't want, she was like, if you play like Black Eagles first, it's basically not gonna ruin the game for you, but then you're just gonna spend like another like 200 hours playing like dumber routes basically. She's like, you will get too much information if you play like Black Eagles first. That was just how it ended up being. But yeah, so those are the 2 Fire Emblem games I have underneath my belt.
Wait. Real quick, quick retcon. My first Fire Emblem game was Pokémon Conquest.
No, get out of here.
Leave.
Get out of here. I already know someone whose favorite game is Pokemon Conquest. We're not talking about that.
That's for when we become the
Pocket Monster Podcast.
Who wants to make the joke that their first Fire Emblem was chess?
Not
Hey,
even.
Actually, I did play a lot of chess as a kid.
Wait, could somebody make the joke that their first Fire Emblem is Final Fantasy Tactic?
Ogres, tactics, ogres.
okay, so can we talk about like the real issue with 3 houses? Like it's
Wait,
you know, like-
wait. What about
Okay.
my experience with Fire Emblem?
Oh yeah, right. You didn't even go. I'm sorry.
You don't have
Des.
one.
Actually, my first Fire Emblem game was Lego Kingdom.
Okay. Why am I always the one being neglected? Why am I always the one? It's always me.
Because you're
Desphobia.
the patriarch, and the patriarch doesn't deserve as much power as he has.
The patriarch of the family.
Okay. Sorry, Kirby, but I have to expose you. This man really atted everyone, including himself. Not me.
I'm sorry.
What the?
I typed. Okay, usually what I do is I type in the first letter of the name and then let it fill in, but I hit K instead of D and it filled in myself.
K and D is very far away from the keyboard.
Is it? No, let me
He
let
has
me
big
look.
thumbs.
Yeah, K and D on opposite sides of the keyboard.
I don't know. I wasn't
He
thinking.
has big thumbs. I understand. You have big thumbs.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, Des, you can finally tell everybody what's your Fire Emblem experience.
My Fire Emblem experience was, as everyone, Smash, but not Melee or Brawl. It was Smash 4. And like, for some reason I saw Ike, and without ever having heard about Fire Emblem, I thought Fire Emblem was a platform game. So I thought, I want to play the Ike game and platform with
The
Ike.
Ike game?
Okay, I could be really good as a platform game because he would just destroy people.
And yeah, so I ended up installing the GBA game. Like, I started with Ify 7. I didn't sit down and play Fire Emblem. I had it on my phone and I played it every now and again when I was waiting in line for something. And so like, that was my first Fire Emblem experience. My first actual Fire Emblem experience though was Awakening, which I bought and proceeded to drop for half a year until I picked it up again and proceeded to become one of my favorite games of all time.
Nice.
Because like, the story is absolute fucking shit, but the characters, even though they are one note, they are so charismatic that I ended up fucking loving the game. And that's how I got into Fire Emblem.
Okay, I got it. So your first Fire Emblem was Fates.
No, it was Awakening.
Dummy.
What the
Nope.
fuck?
Oh, yeah, I heard you. Fates.
Okay, so do you guys play Fire Emblem for the eugenics?
Yes.
Oh,
That was my favorite part about Three Houses.
What's a eugenic?
You know when like you like pick certain people for specific traits so you can breed them together and create the
Oh
perfect
yeah,
unit?
okay. Honestly, the only thing I did in Fates was just so I can make L from Death Note and laugh.
That was all I did in Fates was just pick the perfect units for like optimized child units.
I didn't like, oh yes, I need to combine, I need to combine Charlotte with Xander to get the most optimal sympathy. I was like, this character looks like L from Death Note, so I'm gonna get a mom that has black hair, and I can laugh at it.
Who looks like L in Fate?
Why?
The Jacob's kid in Fates.
Huh?
Your butler.
Oh.
Yeah, the
like-
butler who has like a big ol' like honestly all the retainers kind of have like a big ol' crush on you.
You could even say he's one hell of a butler. It's a fucking terrible joke. Cut that out.
Game should have had a polygamy option so that I could marry more than one character.
Should we jump into Three Houses?
Oh yeah, Three Houses. So let's talk about like the really serious issue with Three Houses. The most important issue, and that is the lack of proper gay options in Three Houses.
Oh, just bad gay options. All the gay options are so bad.
True.
They're so bad. Like
Does Claude not look like a man who could suck dick? Like
exactly.
like you tell me you look at that man's face and you say that he doesn't suck dick.
There are no bisexual.
For
Die.
real. Like, come on.
I mean, there is a bisexual man. Do we even think Annette's dad is a bisexual man? Like, that man's basically...
No, he's a holy man. He married Jesus. What do you mean?
He married Jesus.
I'm gay for Jesus.
Gay for
Gay
Jesus.
for Jesus.
But yes, yeah, no, all the gay options are awful. And I guess, like, Linhardt is the only gay option.
Linhardt
that's,
is
like,
good. Well, they
okay.
added Yuri. They added Yuri in the DLC, which Yuri's pretty good.
Yeah, Yuri's pretty good.
Yuri is way more tolerable than Yaoi. Let's have that conversation.
We're not talking about Yuri. We're talking about Yuri, the character from Fire Emblem. Shut up.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say Yuri looks exactly like Leon from Echoes, and
Yeah.
that makes me really confused. I seen this like really good meme that's just like two dudes like fighting over a purple eyeshadow in Sephora. And it's just like
Yeah, for real. For real.
Definitely.
Des, are you more sad about the lack of gay options or the fact you can't romance Gatekeeper?
The fact that I can't romance Gatekeeper, is that even a fucking question? Are you kidding me? Gatekeeper, the best character.
Not even as a femoid, you can't romance Gatekeeper.
I'd let him keep my gate.
Yeah, so should we talk about that poll that pissed everybody off?
Oh yeah.
I love the salt on the fandom, where Gatekeeper was elected the #1 character for the next Choose Your Legends.
Honestly, yeah. After waves and waves of the same goddamn character, we finally got like a fucking NPC.
Can we talk about like Fire Emblem Heroes for a second? Because that game is insane. I remember when they added magic armor units a few years back.
Okay, that's when I dropped off.
And that was when I was like, maybe this is going a bit too far, and it's only gotten worse since.
They added like flying units with immunity to bows.
Yeah.
They added pair up. They added fucking pair up.
The only thing I liked about the game was the rhythm thing that would pop up every now and
Oh,
then.
true. That was amazing.
That was like really fun.
I just know that everybody I know lost their shit over the fact that they were gonna get like the summer options, and my friend was like, I just want like summer anal guard and summer violet. I was like,
Oh yeah, I collected like all the Camillas before I dropped off. But they added more Camillas.
Yeah,
so.
you had like 5 Camillas.
Yeah, I had like 5 Camillas. I had the bunny one. I had the New Year's one. I had the normal one.
There's a Camilla for every occasion.
Yeah, there is. There really is. I like the Camilla in the art style that makes her look less ara.
Oh, do you remember when they released that fucking Camilla out that had like... I can't even describe how big her boobs were. How did that happen?
Yeah, it's really a depending on the artist moment. The artist for Rinka was really horny, but I can appreciate that because Rinka is top tier.
True, except she is not. She's like the worst unit in the game.
How about you shut up? She gets like free damage whenever she's damaged.
Yeah, she gets free not being good every time she's damaged too.
wow,
Like,
oh god.
I don't dislike her as a character. She's just a very not good unit.
okay, but like one of the other artists for the Camillas does her in a really good way, and I feel like really actually captures her character as like, oh, would you like some milk and cookies? I am going to smother you in my hugs. And then all the other characters are like, please.
I'm glad that our Fire Emblem podcast just should be maximum horny, and that's just what it's gonna happen now.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, yeah, let's do that. Raise your hand if you'd motorboat Camilla's boobas.
No.
Do I raise my hand or not?
Guys, who do you think has the best and the worst glow up in Three Houses?
Oh, like as in like the time skip?
Yeah.
Ferdinand.
Oh, worst. I know which one exactly. I know exactly which one is the worst. So the worst one of all time is fucking Mercedes. Okay, so
What?
like I loved Mercedes. Okay, just shut up.
Okay.
I love Mercedes. Like
Should you pronounce it Mercedes?
Mercedes or Mercedes. I don't know how to fucking pronounce her name.
Maria Mercedes. I had to watch a whole like soap opera in Spanish class about a person named Maria Mercedes.
Let's shut up.
It's drilled into my brain.
Okay, Mercedes. So like I love her pre time skip like hair. Like I mean I understand that she's like the hair is also like the I'm an anime girl and if I have this hair I will die. Like I could list you off like 5 different characters who have that hair and literally dies. Like there's Aaron's mom from Attack on Titan who has that hair. Like there's like
There's also a character in Fire Emblem Heroes who has that hair and dies.
Yeah, and then like there's also that girl in
You mean
like,
the mom? You mean the mom ponytail?
Yeah, the Ice Mom.
Yeah, the mom ponytail. So yeah, I do like that hair. And then I was like, oh, when I first Blue Lion played male Byleth, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I will marry her. And then after time skip happened, I saw her time skip hair, and I was like, oh my god, this is so ugly. That's actually like turns me off. And I was like, is it possible? So like I messaged my friend. I was like, is it possible to stop romancing people even if you like said you were gonna do it on the tower? And then my friend was like, that's really mean. And I was like, fuck.
Mushroom, I had a very similar experience on my first walkthrough.
Mushroom here, really only looking for people for looks.
It's Fire Emblem! In Fire Emblem you don't romance people for their personalities? What the fuck?
Three Houses romance barely matters. It's like you get 2 romance scenes, which I'm glad for because the romance in Fate
Yeah,
sucked.
okay, but you know what? Camilla would tuck me in bed and read me a bedtime story.
Camilla isn't in 3 Houses, so she is being phased out of reality. Des, edit.
No, bring her
Des,
back!
edit Camilla onto the screen and have her phasing out of reality.
3 Houses is the only Fire Emblem that matters, in my opinion.
No, it's Theracia 776.
Every other Fire Emblem game doesn't exist and it's non-canon.
The Thracia 776 fans are gonna rip you apart for that one, Chief.
Who the fuck cares? It's Fire Emblem Three Houses only matters.
I really want to see the 776 fans actually rip you apart. Like, I would watch that as a blood sport.
They wouldn't, teapots. They wouldn't. Horses are very valuable in Fire Emblem, and they need them alive.
Yeah.
What was the one that you said, Des? Who was it for you that you hate their time
Okay.
skip?
Okay. So like I started like going for Bernie, but then because I'm like that kind of character is always like protect, so like I was going for Bernie, but then time skip and I'm like, are you Bernie? Are you Bernie? But okay, but my opinion changed because at first I was like, what the fuck? But then I warmed up to her design and I was like, okay, you know what? I actually like you as a character and like your design isn't as horrendous as I initially thought it was. So yeah, I like you again, Bernie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And since then, I have married Bernadetta on all the 4 routes I have played on.
What? That's insane. At least you should. I at least try to marry people in my house if
Incest.
I was. I think I'm gonna marry Marianne this route just because I'm doing blue, like a golden deer.
I played Blue Lions and I went specifically for Bernadetta.
What? You guys are insane.
Yeah, Bernadette is probably great.
That's hilarious.
I think I decided not to romance Bernadetta because I can't, because I chose female Byleth.
Oh, is she not gay?
Why'd you choose female Violet? We get a male option for once that actually looks good.
Can we talk about it? Male Byleth looks so much better than female Byleth.
True.
Female Byleth gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I just think, like, the problem with female Byleth is female Byleth's eyes are too fucking big. Like, I don't understand
Yeah.
what's wrong with her eyes. Like, I love female Byleth, but her eyes needs to, like, tone down a notch.
It's really just like a stop staring at me with them big old eyes moment. Just like significantly just shrink her eyes, please.
We went from Corin, who like female is unequivocally the best one, and then we just immediately flip it on its head.
She gives off like big like Walter the dog energy whenever she's staring into the camera.
Okay, never mind. Violet is the best. The female Violet is the best option because she's Walter the dog.
I also just want to play female Byleth for Black Eagle because I just want to go romance Edelgard, and like, is that a selfish choice? Of course, but like, you know what? I don't care. I'm very excited for it. And I'm looking forward.
Isn't Edelgard like evil?
Yes, but you know what? She's hot, and that's all that matters.
Yes, but we stand a queen.
But you can only do it in one of the 4 routes, so you can do
Believe
it.
it or not, one half of the drawing force for me is personality.
Okay, I want to go with my worst character, with my least favorite design for 3 houses. Redesign, post-time skip Ferdinand.
I hate Ferdinand.
You don't like the fact he grows out his hair?
What? He looks so good. You guys have such bad taste.
If it was just styled a little better, it would look fine. But the way it looks now,
There are no barbers in War.
oh yeah, then how do people keep their purple and green and blue hair dye in? Curious.
It's natural.
These are the serious questions we ask.
Like, longer hair Ferdinand doesn't look, like, great when it's like that. Like, if it was tied back into a ponytail, that would be, a high ponytail. That would look nice.
Oh, that's
Yeah, true.
I like high ponytails. I think it's just a fun, like, hairstyle to look
good
at.
aesthetic, I guess.
You guys ever think about how you can romance Sothis, who like
That's really weird. Please don't talk about it. It's so fucking weird.
it's weird on it's so weird on multiple levels because I just imagine like not only Sothis looks and acts like a child, that's the big one, and then 2, just like she literally only exists inside your head.
Yeah, like you are romancing. Like it's like, hi, this is my imaginary friend who's also my romance option. Like it's like the weirdest thing.
Okay, honestly though, there should be like, I don't know, like a TV series or something where someone gets like eventually like a person just implants themselves into their brain, well, intentionally or not, and then they're like, yeah, let's get crunky. They're like, we literally can't touch each other. All we can do is yell at each other in my head.
Yeah, that's Fire Emblem 3 Houses. What do you mean? Hey, do you guys remember the bathhouse in Fire Emblem 3 Houses? Do you remember fucking walking by that every day and being like, what is this? Why is it not open? And it was just never open.
The bathhouse is open now if you have DLC.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't played it.
Oh, DLC's good. I played DLC. It's worth your money, I guess.
I want to go back to Byleth's design real quick, just because when the first trailer came out, I immediately fell in love with the design, and like, remember when the fandom was like, oh cool, finally, a design that doesn't look masculine or feminine. Is intelligent systems finally gonna give us the option to romance everyone? And then second trailer comes out, female design comes out, and the fandom is like, what? Like
female design, the clothes are just so much worse too. Like male Byleth
Hey, this isn't who is Battler?
Umaneko's rotted my fucking brain.
Who is this Battler you're speaking of?
Male Battler, yeah. Who's Battler? I've never heard of this man before. Okay, we were talking about Burn, and my brain just started to like rot in on itself. And was like,
I'm so glad I don't have the same level of when we cry burn.
But yeah, no, male Byleth, he has drip. Female Byleth, no drip.
Yeah, he really does have the drip.
I just find Violet so bad. Like, I love female Byleth. I feel like the fandom has such weird, like likes and dislikes. I feel like a lot of fans don't like male Byleth. I feel like everybody just draws art for female Byleth. Like, if that's, like, how it is.
But that's because booba.
It's not because of boobs, it's because of boobs. But, I don't know. I think, like, when I read fanfiction, it's also just, like, the distribution is very confusing. Like, everybody likes food. I want to read a assortment of things. And also just, like, I know we, like, already we left the confusing gay option conversation about Three Houses, but like think about it, you only have 3 dudes you can like romance, and it's Linhardt, which is okay, and then Gilbert. Why would I want to romance Gilbert? Like,
oh man, I love the look of Gilbert.
There's only one gay option, and it's the old man.
Is Rhea a romance option and a gay romance option too?
Yes, okay, Rhea's a romance option because Rhea will fuck you no matter if you're a dude or a woman.
Yeah.
What the well,
the incest option.
Damn, I guess I really gotta go with Rhea on my next playthrough then.
I am going for Rhea for church. Like, I already thought about this. I was like,
for real.
female Byleth routes are like church route and Black Eagles, and we're gonna go on hard, I guess.
Oh yeah, by the way, on this website that I'm looking at, it says that has 2 asterisks next to Gilbert and Eloise, and it says, according to Reddit, this relationship concludes to be more platonic than romantic.
Then that just
so you only have one real one.
Yeah, you only have one option. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, so just like pencil in Yuri on the end. So you have 2. So you have Linhardt and Yuri, and that's it. And
and then you have a character from the Black Eagles route.
Can we talk about how Dorothea is just like is just Rise?
Oh, I do. I actually do think that too.
We're not talking about Persona 4.
Oh, are we not? Okay, I was just gonna say, when I first saw Dorothea, my only thought was it's Rise, and that's it. That's
yeah, for real. That's like the only thing that ever goes through my head when I think
exactly.
My loathing for Persona 4 was only mollified when Persona 5 came out and proceeded to be the worst.
All right, Persona conversation in a Fire Emblem podcast.
Wait, Epoch. Just out of my curiosity, do you like any Persona games?
Yeah, I like 2.
Boring.
2 is good. Wait, Punishment or is like?
I like both of them. Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. You kind of have to play them together in order to get the full impact, and they're really good.
I do agree. I agree. I am a Persona 4 apologist, so I just exist out here.
Yeah.
Same here.
I honestly, like, Persona 5 gameplay-wise was a lot of what I wanted in the series, but, like, story-wise, like,
Story's so bad.
The story is so bad.
Not only story's bad, I will have to say, I hate every single social link, so besides... Okay, the only two good social links is, well, let's say, I think 4? Futaba? The one you have with Futaba, Sojiro, Hifumi?
Yeah, Sojiro's fine.
Hifumi, surprisingly good.
Can we just talk about like how bad Persona 3 is?
No, Persona 3 is good. Fuck you.
The characters are fine, but like
okay, FES sucks. Portable is the only version. Like portable FemC route is the only version I want to play. Memc is the most bland person ever. He's the most bland person to ever exist.
Yeah, but like I still cry when you get to the ending. Like it's the ending.
I mean, yeah, but
Kimi no Kyoku literally hits so good. Like every single time I hear it, it still makes me cry.
Yeah, because Memories of You, like, I know it's Memories of You, but, like, it's a really good song. It's probably one of the best ending things for Persona game.
FemC route is better because FemC better because you can romance Shinji.
Yeah,
Shinji from Evangelion?
Shut up.
Well,
It
yeah,
does
let's talk
Shinji.
about Evangelion.
Shinji, the fucking romance option with Shinji ruins a fucking story. Like, who the fuck care? Like, it literally is the hardest social link to get, to do, and it fucking ruins the entire fucking plot of the story.
But it's Shinji.
It's adorable. It's my favorite social link in the whole series.
Yeah, it's very cute.
But it fucking ruins it.
Even if it does ruin the story, it's still my favorite in the
What are you
series.
talking about? It's Shinji.
And the fact that you can also romance a fucking 12-year-old.
Okay,
Yeah.
Here am I on my Fire Emblem corner, not having played any Persona game.
You know, I always find it really funny that when you can romance a little boy, nobody talks about it. When you can romance a little girl, everybody screams.
Since we're talking about Fire Emblem and Persona, we can segue into SMTX Fire Emblem.
Oh, you talk Tokyo Mirage Sessions?
AKA, we just kind of took a little bit from both properties and made our own game. We didn't actually make a crossover.
Yeah, okay. So how many of you guys have played Tokyo Mirage Session then?
No.
Played a few
I
hours of
played
it.
some of it.
I've seen videos about it, and
Mushroom, have you played it?
I played 40 hours of it. I'm on the dungeon that's like in the Japanese garden-y thing. So I have like 5 people in my fucking no 5 like 4 more 3 I fucking don't remember. I don't have a system to play it on anymore. That's why I like didn't play it.
Oh
but...
yeah, understandable.
I'm really poor, so most of the games that I have were either like gifted to me, hand-me-downs, or like I saved my money explicitly for that game, and then I proceed to lose those games. Like I have repeatedly, without fail, lost not only the entire console, but all the games with that console because I keep them all in one container.
Yeah, it's because you'd lose your head if it wasn't attached to your body.
I really would. I did another Switch, but that was like I was like, mother, please help, and she's like, yeah, I'll pay for half of it.
That's a good podcast topic.
Mother, I need to feed my addiction.
That's a good podcast topic. I remember when Three Houses was announced, I was like still kind of like, I thought Shadows of Valentia was really good, and it is. It's probably still my favorite game in the series, and I don't think anything will top it anytime soon. But I remember thinking like, man, I guess there's a new Fire Emblem coming out. It probably won't be that good. Let's just take a look at that trailer, and then I watched it. I'm like, okay, I need this game now. This looks really fucking good.
The trailer was so good.
It was so good.
I watched the trailer so many times that I know it from memory.
Yeah.
Okay, you know how video game graphics are actually like getting better and better?
No, they aren't.
Like the new Guilty Gear looks so good.
It's not really graphics, it's just the anime stuff.
No. Okay, like the artistic direction is really good, and I would watch a whole ass show if it was done properly in like that video game cutscene style of like Three Houses and like Guilty Gear and stuff.
Stop right there.
CG cutscenes in Three Houses suck.
Ipots, you do not remember Three Houses cutscenes at all, for sure.
Okay, no, I'm not talking about like the ones where they have like little text boxes. I'm talking about the one where like
What?
No.
What?
We're not talking about those cutscenes. We're talking about the actual full-blown CG cutscenes that are like the opening of the game, like the opening cutscenes.
Yeah, those are really well
Yeah, those
animated.
are really
No, I
Wait,
hate
what?
those. Look ugly.
Wait,
what
what?
the fuck are you talking about?
They're
These are so
like
ugly.
15 FPS
Dude,
looking
what's
ass fucking cutscene.
They run at like 20 frames a second.
Yeah. The budget must have been like...
I thought they looked good.
I think they looked great.
What?
I thought they looked. I don't know.
Okay, if it was Awakening cutscenes, then for sure. But Three Houses, nah.
Okay, Three Houses already isn't the best looking game out there to begin with, so I don't know. I think it.
Are you
I
fucking
don't
kidding me? Three Houses cutscenes look like I animated them, and I have no experience at animating.
They're fine. What's wrong with you?
It looks like it was animated in Gary's mind.
I'm just gonna say this, but like, how would you even fucking animate Three Houses? They're not gonna fucking give you like a canon route. Like, Three Houses, honestly speaking, the reason why I hate Three Houses story so fucking much is because Three Houses feels like the kind of story that they only just wrote Blue Lions and was like, that's it, guys, we're done here. We don't have to write any other route now.
I will say I do not like Three Houses stories. I find it stupid because having played only the route I have, but like everybody who's introduced will portray you and not even introduce who they are. Like literally, if someone is introduced in the story, they're gonna portray you like immediately. Like there's 2 characters like Tomas. Who the fuck is Tomas? Like literally, I just saw him around while I was exploring the fucking church, and I was like, "Oh, look, it's a guy with the name Thomas, but they pronounce it Tomas." And then like, there's that one girl.
Okay.
Who,
I really like that girl who.
that one girl who's like, "Hey, we saved her." It's like she's now a part of the school, and like you don't even get her as a member of your party, and they're like, and then she betrays you. It's like, oh, who? Like I don't care about her. It's like if she was a party member, it would be a different, but she wasn't.
I think it's really funny that the red hair girl in like the golden deer is like, I'm more sad that your dad died than you are. I'm so sad right now.
What's her name?
I don't remember. I didn't recruit her.
Fuck.
Okay, on the topic of what the fuck voice lines during the exploration part. Remember when Flynn gets abducted and fucking Windheart is like, Flynn, no, I haven't seen her. She's been abducted.
Oh yeah, she's been abducted, but I didn't tell anybody about it.
Yeah, this is my unpopular opinion. I could get killed for this, but I think Leonie's a good character if she doesn't talk to Byleth.
True.
I really like her character.
I wish she kept the short hair.
I like her character. All her supports with everybody else is amazing. Like, it writes her to be like a super practical girl. She cares for her village. She needs to pinch money. Like, she has very practical ways of thinking. And she just does really well with everybody as like their supports. And then once she starts talking to Byleth, she's like, "I want to fuck your dad." And you're like, "Shut up, child."
Fire Emblem. Everyone wants your dick, and Leonie wants your father's.
Everybody wants to fuck your father's dick. I would play a game like that where everyone just wants to befriend you because they want to fuck your parents.
Oh man. I'd understand that if it was Fate's Law.
How do you guys feel about like the argument that like it's better not to recruit I've heard that it's better not to recruit like everyone you can because it kind of like messes up the story a little bit if you have
I only recruited one person. No, I think I recruited like 2 people. I just recruited Ingrid because I was like, I like her design. I don't know much about her, but I like her. It was like
I recruited your mom.
And I think I recruited another person. I don't remember who it was.
Do you guys remember before the game came out? And people were like, but before we knew of the time skip, we were like, so are the students just gonna fucking die? And Bava's gonna have to explain that to the parents? Like,
yeah, Bava's gonna be like, okay, like, hey, parent-teacher meeting here. So your son, he got like hit in the face with a javelin and he's dead. But his grades are still pretty good, so keep it up.
Like, not my fault. The dude had like 40% hit rate. Like,
Well, welcome to the parent-teacher conference. Your son, he kind of got shot in the neck with an arrow. It's because his defense stat was shit.
Yeah, I just imagine like Battler at the parent-teacher conference, just like, in all fairness, it was really his fault for taking a 30% hit rate.
No.
He should have just
in all
dodged.
fairness, it's your fault, lady. Why did you marry a father with bad stats? Are you fucking dumb?
Yeah.
You didn't do Fire Emblem eugenics to produce the most optimal offspring. How could you?
Optimal offspring.
No.
Optimal offspring.
That's not what I am.
Optimal offspring is my new album.
It's my band.
It's like you go to a parents conference. It's like, oh, sorry, like your son got axed by this random guy, and you know, like his stats wasn't that good, and I ran out of impulses, and
I just didn't care. I just didn't care to restart the battle just for that one guy who I don't use very much.
I really didn't want to reset the battle.
Like, that happens. I got a question. Who is Cyrus, that kid that you get? Who the fuck is that kid? Is it Cyrus?
He's Raya Sync number 1.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? How do you know who he is? That's like, he spares no effort in saying he's Raya fan number 1.
I got him killed on Bernie's Paralog quest, and I was like, I really don't care to restart the entire Paralog just to fucking get him back.
I would like to alert you all to the fact that Mushroom has left our vicinity. Now that Mushroom's gone, we can talk about the real topic. Whose diddle is the biggest?
We still have Mushroom's piece in the game board. It's fine.
Yes.
Stop. We are the Weapon Triangle podcast with no reference to other games. Definitely not Persona. Definitely not.
All right. I want to say one thing I don't like about Three Houses that might be a bit of hot take. I personally don't like the school stuff and the whole thing that's outside of combat. I think it's really stupid and boring.
I think near the end of the game, like doing like paralogs and side content were fun at first, but like
except for in Wind and Sky, but we'll get back to that.
Like the second half of Three Houses is like very stupid with the school stuff. It's like, hey, we're back. Let's go back to school.
We will use this school as a base. We're gonna like march all the way over there, and then when we're done, we're gonna march back to the school.
Sims 3 patch notes where people aren't allowed to escape from a meteor because it's school.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if the reason they have to return to school is because there's a brain parasite, and if they are away for too long, they start going crazy.
I'm going to throttle you.
Okay. While I have your attention, I would like to go back to the topic of eugenics in Fire Emblem. And like, do you know how like inbreeding like produces some weird characteristics in the offspring? And like, do you know how like inbreeding was a real thing, very popular in like remote villages?
Yeah.
And like, I would just like to say that like I have noticed Fire Emblem promotes inbreeding because like every villager some reason aptitude is like the most broken skill and all villagers have it. So like my theory is that aptitude was brought upon the world through inbreeding.
through inbreeding.
Wait, only inbreds have aptitude. Oh my god.
Yeah, just because they all fucked each other and gave it to everyone else in the village.
That's like an STD.
And then they all just keep on inbreeding until everyone has it.
Oh my god.
Hey, there's a question that I'm curious about, but like in Three Houses, how did you guys do like your like in between battle stuff? For me, I would do like one day to explore the entire school, get everything done, and then for the rest of it, I would do like paralogs and like training and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I did.
only played the game for a couple of hours, so the only thing I could say is the game would be vastly improved if you could personally grade each student's report card. Like, you sit down and the kids that you don't like, you give them
This is something I want to talk about that I've been thinking about for a while, but I kind of wish the rewind time system was handled a little better. Like, I mean,
yes, rewind time.
I think it's fine as is, but I think what could make it interesting is if it was like tied to like a resource instead of something that you can use infinitely, like 8 times every map. Like, I think it'd be cool if like
that's how impulses are. Is just you get so many of them that it's basically infinite.
Oh, Harskim, are we gonna get into this again? You have many divine pulses. Like, you have divine pulses to spare because you're not playing on maddening.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we're playing on hard difficulty, which isn't really that hard.
You're playing on easy difficulty, you mean?
What I was going to say is that I think it'd be fun if, like, the use of impulses was tied to, like, a weapon or something, like, you know, like weapon uses or something. You know how it was sort of in the older Fire Emblem, like maybe it's like tied to like your sword or something. I don't know, and you can like repair it, but it's really really expensive.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I think that could be cool if it's like a resource that you have to manage for the whole game and not just something that like renews itself every time.
Would be so hard like that.
Yeah.
I just turn off my console.
Just get good, huh?
Yeah.
I can really think there's not really any strategy game that uses something like that. The only thing I can think of that's like, oh, a time thing could work is like XCOM, but like XCOM is supposed to be really hard.
I'd say the closest thing to that is, like, you could consider how, like, dragon units work in the original, like, well, not in the original, but, like, in the GBA Fire Emblems, where, like, you have a dragon stone that has 50 uses,
yeah.
So you can pretty much only use that unit, like, 50 times before and then you don't get any more dragon stones, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you have, like, a really overpowered unit, but its uses are, like, limited to just, like, a few, like... You know, you have to be like, okay, like, I want to, like, go in with my dragon here and, like, tactically take this person out. Like, that's the next closest thing that I can think of.
I'd level up my dragon and then save it for the final boss and then use the dragon.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'd only use the dragon for killing blows. I'd never use the dragon for actual damage.
I would say if the game was hard enough, then yeah, you should be able to like use it in certain spots. You know.
Why don't you play on maddening then?
I'll play on maddening for my Black Eagles route. How about that?
Not good enough.
I wouldn't say that's a good idea at all because Crimson Flower has the fewer amount of chapters. So if you want to do prologues, it's gonna be exponentially harder because you have less chapters to grind for.
Well, you do the church route. Which is the Black Eagles route.
Yeah, but if I do the Black Eagles route, I'm not gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna like play the Black Eagles route and then make a whole new save to do the beginning of it again and then make my choice again. I'm just gonna like create a save, so I would already be on maddening either way. So my only option is really do Golden Deer maddening then.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is fine.
Hey, you guys want to talk about SMT? Because that's all that's in my brain
No.
right now.
No SMT.
My brain keeps going. Pascal the dog is such a good character.
No Shin Megami Tensei.
The only good SMT is Persona, so...
I'll kill you. I will actually murder
And
you.
out of that, like the only good Persona games are like 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Persona's just like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where you should only really start with 3.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Yo, let's have the JoJo podcast episode right now.
Buddha, Uri.
Horse game, you wanna get into your favorite map? Our favorite map.
My favorite map? My favorite map are...
I was being sarcastic. I was talking about fucking Foreign Wind and Sky. The fucking Petra prologue. Petra plus Bernie. Stupid fucking prologue. Like, okay, I will describe... Oh, Epot, you don't know this prologue. Kirby, do you know it?
I don't think I ever had Petra and Birdie, so
Okay,
I don't.
I'll describe the stupidest fucking map to you. So, first of all, the whole map is a forest. The whole map is a fucking forest, alright? So, mobility is reduced.
Oh, yeah?
And what did you think? Oh, I know. Let's make this an escape map. You have a forest map and an escape map. But then they were like, no, wait a minute. I have a better idea. What if after our players restarted the map 20 times just to get to the half of it, at the half, and without any hint towards it, we would just change the victory conditions from escape to kill these 5 leaders. Huh? Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, boy.
Wait, are you talking about Bernie's paralogue?
Yeah, with Petra.
Yeah.
That's technically not the escape. Your goal is to like take over some point. But like after the end they just shove let's shove a commander, a named character at you. Like depending on what route you're in, you're either gonna fight Hubert, which is not major a problem, but he does have meteorite,
which is always cool.
which will instantly murder anybody he touches.
Yeah.
So like you either have to have someone immediately close to him when he spawns in, or just get someone who can tank that damage.
Yeah,
and still, even after all of this, someone at round table of Foreign Wind and Sky thought, you know what this map is really missing? Ambush spawns. 4 of them.
Yes.
Fog of War.
Fog of War. Yeah, Fog of War.
And also, if you're playing on Crimson Flower, instead of Hubert, it's Catherine, which is way worse.
Okay,
Oh,
so wait,
boy.
real quick. I have something to establish. Okay, yeah, bad maps are bad, right? We can all agree with that.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
bad maps back to back? Imagine going onto a map where the wind is constantly pushing your units around and you're desperately trying to
Fates.
balance everything so that the characters that gain the levels don't die. And then immediately afterwards, you're stuck in a map where you have to attack ice walls. And the ice walls have enemies hidden in them, and you don't know where they are.
That's Fates, isn't it?
Yeah, that's in Faith. That's in Revelations, because you know what? Honestly, Revelations players deserve to be punished.
Why did you do this to me specifically?
Well, because you've already played through Conquest. Most people have already played through Conquest and Birthright, and they're like, "Oh, this game's good. I'm gonna go play Revelations." That's just like the dev. That's just the dev smacking you in the face for still playing.
My favorite Fates feature is the fact that critical hits now do 4 times damage.
Okay, that's actually really
Which is
funny.
fucking nutty. It's nutty.
It's nutty. I gave my character like what's the sword that does like crits 20% of the time?
Killing Edge?
Killing Edge. Yeah, I gave my main character a Killing Edge along with the auto, and every now and then when I feel like it, I'm like, yeah, I want to see a critical hit animation. Let's go. I honestly, it's kind of a dick move for them to just like shit on you in Revelations because, like, you know, like you play through simple-minded people who get easily attached to stupid anime characters. uh, you see like you get to know the two families, you get to know them like fairly well, and then you're like, man, I don't want either of them to die, so I'll play Revelations. Revelations shouldn't be too bad because then I'll have both of them on my side, and they're really strong.
Revelations is the worst Fire Emblem game since sliced cheese.
Revelations.
Sliced cheese instead of Fire Emblem.
Conquest was the best Fates game. Can we agree on that?
Conquest was really good. Someday I'd like to make it a modding project just to give Conquest a different story, because all you'd have to do is just change the dialogue.
No, instead of a different story, you just have to rephrase it.
That's what I meant, you goofer.
It's not a different story, it would be just the same story, just framed better.
Let's transition from Fire Emblem Three Houses to Fates, so that the pods can partake in the conversation. So what is your theory as to why killing a thief equals getting boots?
You take his boots, you make the boots out of his skin, and because he has thief skin, it makes you faster.
I just imagine Camilla's like, hey, should we kill this guy or not kill this guy? It's like, yeah, sure, kill him. And she's like, okay, and she just cuts his head off with an axe, and she's sort of looking at his corpse. It's like, hey, he has shoes on. Take his shoes.
Oh my god, he has shoes.
Hey, Goran, he has shoes. Boots are such a funny item because they're just eating boots just increases your movement. So you just have 10 pair of boots on, you can move across the map.
Okay, no, the thing is though, you can theoretically eat boots in real life because they're made out of leather, and if you boil leather well enough, it becomes edible.
What?
Yeah, actually, let's say you're starving and you happen to have leather items on you, not faux leather, like real leather. You can eat those. Because they're made out of animal hide, and that's digestible. Corn seeing some leather boots. Food.
Bon appetit.
Oh, okay, then I have another hypothetical question. Do you think Corin's armor is flexible or actual armor?
It's made out of iron. No, not iron, iPhone material, so it bends.
I always imagined it was made out of the same thing that their dragon is made out of.
The question still exists, though. What is the dragon made of? It's not meat.
Bone, I guess?
Bone?
Bone and the dragon's made out, the dragon would be made of bone and cartilage, I assume, right?
Yeah, like chitin.
Yeah.
I really like the Corrin dragon because it's actually kind of a cool design for a dragon. The fact that it's, instead of having hooves like everyone initially assumes, it's actually just walking on its knuckles.
Yeah. And I also love the body morphing that Corrin does. It's a shame it's restricted to his skill.
Yeah. Smash takes full advantage of it. They're like, okay, with this attack, you're going to turn their arm into a mouth.
Remind me if Corrin's kids can inherit the dragon class.
Yes, they can.
They do.
Is it just what are their names? Was it I know one of them was
Kana.
Yeah, Kana.
They're both Kana.
Okay, but Morgan is the best daughter in Fire Emblem. Come on, Morgan.
True.
I love Awakening for the fact Awakening gave me a daughter.
Oh, not talking about male Morgan.
Yeah.
Oh, male Morgan dies in a ditch.
Yeah, Morgan's no. Both are great. I love honestly the Fire Emblem Awakening cast is just really fun. Remember Henry?
Yeah, Henry is a creature.
Okay, Henry is my WhatsApp notification sound. I edited it so that the critical hit thing would play. So then it's just special delivery.
Nice.
That's actually kind of funny.
He's actually my favorite character in the series. Yeah. He's so good.
Hey, what about Libra Simps? Libra.
Who is Libra? I forgot.
Libra's hot.
Is the holy man.
Oh, I want to say the first time I played Awakening, this is gonna sound like a shitpost, but it's not. You know the guy that hit the joke is you never see him, right?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Did you actually not see him?
I actually did not realize I could recruit him and left the map without him the first time I played through.
Oh my god.
Are you for real?
I did my whole playthrough without him.
That actually also happened to me. with fucking the blonde guy from Fire Emblem Echoes. I forgot to check the jail he was in. So he was in jail for the entirety of Fire Emblem Echoes.
He's just like, guess I'll die.
No fears. What if you leave a character behind on a map? One fear.
Alright. Oh, actually, what I did is I paired like Libra with what was her name, like Marinette or something? No, it was like what's the girl with the like
Maribel?
Maribel. Okay, yeah, Maribel. I paired them, and then I saw their son, and I was like, huh.
Do you guys remember Leon, the Conquest royal family member?
Leo.
Yeah, okay, there's Xander, Leo, Elise.
Do you remember him being like extremely homophobic to his son?
Yeah, but at the end he becomes a better person. He like accepts.
Yeah, he becomes a better
He
person.
eventually realizes that he too is gay.
He sees his son wearing pink and he's like, "You're a fucking disgrace," and everyone is like, "Dude, stop," and he's like, "No, fuck off."
Contemptible fool.
And then eventually he becomes better.
As the emotionally stunted second son of this family, I must oppress my son.
Okay, like the Tharja lookalike, I don't remember what her name is. Oh yeah, Rajat.
Rajat. She looks better than the original Tharja to me.
She's actually older than her dad, and like they have a parallel. It's like, "I'm older than you, Dad. You left me in the fucking baby microwave too long."
And I love her just like, no.
And he's also like significantly shorter too. It's really funny.
It's really funny.
Oh, have you guys seen the theory that like Fates is actually like a bad
Yes.
A bad fanfic.
Fanfic by Inigo.
Yeah, that theory is so good.
Yeah.
God damn. It's really funny.
Yeah, the description is just like, here's the theory that Fates is actually just a really bad self-insert.
Yeah, like pretty much the whole concept of the theory is like Fates is pretty much just like Inigo's really bad like self-insert like dojin.
Yes.
And all the writing is actually bad because it's just like porn, and that's why everyone is so hot.
Why can't people just be hot for no apparent reason? People can be hot.
Because it's funnier if Inigo is just horny.
Oh, speaking of, okay, I was thinking about it, and I was trying to, like, run over, like, different Fates mods in my mind, and then I remember the one that lets you marry anyone to anyone, and if you, like, combine Xander and Ryoma, you just get busted units.
The units they spawn together are so strong, like, it's insane.
It's also really funny to look at their supports, because, like, Xander and Ryoma, like, each of them take up half the screen, so, like, when you put them in the same room, they're just, like, big four, you're just coming in.
If you had to crown one critical hit quote, what would it be from any Fire Emblem game?
Pick a god and pray.
Yes.
That one's just too raw.
Yeah,
like,
that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Pick a god and pray is just like so good.
Yeah.
Frederick is great, and that quote is amazing.
Frederick is also nutballs though.
I mean, yeah, but he's funny.
Barring pick a god and pray, because that's like god tier, which one would you pick?
I'm having a hard time thinking.
Well, I don't know. I'm stunning. You're dead is pretty good, but I'm not actually stunning. So.
There's also the other really obvious one. Like I it's like simple, but I really like time to tip the scales just from Robin.
Yeah, that's cool.
Smash.
I am not a Smash fan. This is bullshit.
I really like the quote. Get ready for this, and then it goes. Dun, 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 dun.
Stuff.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Every time I play Smash and I play as Corrin, I spam get ready for this.
So Horsecam, you don't have a favorite Fire Emblem critical hit quote?
No.
Okay, if you had to be one Fire Emblem class, what would you pick?
Whatever the one that has the best defenses. So
Okay,
that I
just
don't
pick
die.
it. Just pick it based off whichever one is your favorite instead of doing that, because that's dumb. That's not fun.
Nord Princess? No, the one that promotes from Nord Princess, because goddamn, the female Nord outfit is so good.
Yeah.
What, you just want to look good?
Yeah, I just want to look good. I just want to be a cute girl.
Nice.
I would pick Archer or Sniper.
I would probably do Dark Mage because, or like, you know, not like Dark Mage, but like Dark Knight, because just riding a black horse with a full suit of armor and using dark magic while also using a sword is just, it's too baller not to pass. It's too baller to pass up.
That is pretty baller.
Kirby, are you fucking kidding me? My class is much better. I can morph my hands and fucking legs into spikes and lances and shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
True, but
Honestly, I take Kinchi Knight.
Okay, I will say that I will be a Dark Knight and Horsegamme will be my horse. I'll paint him black with black paint.
Wait, what?
Horsegamme is the horse.
What? No.
Horsegamme's class is horse.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Alright, I can't find one that lists every single critical hit quote that isn't a video, so I have to go through character and character. Crom says, "Now I'm angry."
Now I'm angry.
You know, Crom's Great Lord outfit was really good too. Like the little like fire emblem on his side with like the one like yeah, like that outfit's baller. Let's get real serious here. Lucina with short hair better than Lucina with long hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, it's only for the reveal,
Yes.
really. And she only gets short hair by tucking in the long bits of her hair.
Yeah, it should. I like her. I like her short hair better.
Byleth's "Here's something to believe in" is a good quote.
Yeah.
And Hilda's, when Hilda fucking kills an enemy and just gets like, Hilda. That's not a critical quote, but goddamn, that deserves some respect.
There is a quote that really annoys me from Three Houses. I just find it really annoying, even though it's anything. It's just every time I pick Ferdinand, he always just goes, "I am Ferdinand von Ayer."
I'm Ferdinand von Ayer.
I am Ferdinand von Ayer.
Shut the fuck up! I know who the fuck you are.
How could you possibly think this is mine?
His character trait is that he's bland as bull.
Do you guys remember walking around trying to give people lost items and you walk up to Ferdinand and he says, "How could you possibly think this is mine?" And you just want to punch his head in. You know what I mean?
I do want to be in characters like that. Like, every time I run into a character that's like, I actually want to bash their skull in. Oh, actually, do you guys remember all the Warriors cutscenes where they have characters from, like, different games, like, all talk to each other, and every single one with Camilla was just like, "Would you like a smooch? Would you like to hold hands and hug?" And everyone's just like...
I didn't play Warriors, but on the topic of Camilla, I think it's funny how Camilla is really teasing with everyone else except for the Wolfman, where she's just fucking angry. Like, I remember one of their support conversations is like, he's like, "I'm gonna show you to the bone hole," like not as like a sexual thing, and she's like, "I'm gonna bash your fucking skull and I'm gonna kill you." And with
You're like, "I gotta show you the bone hole," and she's just like, she also reacts similarly to Niles.
And with everyone else, she's just like, "Ooh, baby."
Yeah, but like whenever she's around, like when she's around Niles, she's just like, I'm done with you."
You know what? I have my favorite critical attack now. Okay, it's Bernadetta's. Why is this happening? I like that quote because it just fucking doesn't make sense.
I like the disparity between like, "Why is this happening?" and she like shoots like she shoots like 15 arrows into a group of people and kills all of them.
Why did I murder all these people?
Like, fucking Bernadetta, like, is a murderer at, like, higher levels. Like I use her so much. She's a fucking murderer.
Or like fucking Dorothea being like, "I hate murder," and she drops like a meteor that wipes out an entire country on someone. Murder is so bad, like those.
Murder is okay so long as you're having fun.
Yeah, okay. I love how some Fire Emblem characters just like they don't feel like they're in a battlefield. They feel like they're having a field trip. Like fucking Dono from Fire Emblem Awakening, for example. Literally in the middle of a battle, he just goes like, "Yeehaw!
Yeah.
I'm gonna carry this big old lot and throw it together."
Donald is amazing. He's my favorite Awakening character.
Wears a pot on his head.
Yeah. And like Lysithea just goes like, "You're irrelevant," or like fucking Severa just goes like, "You're boring me." Like the fucking
Hatsune Miku, my favorite Fire Emblem character.
These are people seriously going into battle and just be like, "You're boring me. I'm gonna kill you."
Like Camilla comes in, and she's like, "Say night night," and I'm like, come on, honey,
No.
you're murdering this man. But then again, it's in character for Camilla because she just murders people on a daily basis.
And none of these people have any respect for their opponents, and if they get killed in the battlefield, they're kind of asking for it.
Okay, I will say, like, Fire Emblem is not the worst in terms of, like, very funny, very disparaging, like, oh, like, they shouldn't be acting like this on a battlefield. I think Valkyria Chronicles is the worst because they all act like freaking weirdos on the field. It's like, "Yeah, I'm ready to kill some folks." It's like, really? They're so gun-ho to be on like a battlefield.
That's why I love Awakening so much. Awakening knows it is a stupid game, and it embraces
The
it.
blood that's spilled will go great with my complexion.
There are even like characters like, all right, I'm ready. Okay, or like, it's like, what the fuck?
At least in some Fire Emblem games, when like some of the timid characters attack, at least they're like, okay, now I have to do this for my country.
Anyway, I'm not sure if it's my favorite quote, but I would say it really deserves a fucking shout out, which is like all of Henry's quotes, but specifically the ones when he's laughing, just like, I'm gonna kill you! Just fucking having the time of his life.
Personally, I like him in conjunction with characters that are a lot softer.
You know what I like about Henry a lot is that, like, Henry and Olivia is great because most of the time Henry is like, haha, poggers, you know, like, you know, like whatever he says. But then,
Yeah.
when Olivia almost dies from getting poisoned, he starts like actually like sobbing and like crying really hard, and
he actually like stops being an obnoxious.
stops like being like a 4chan ship poster and like gets really upset.
Oh,
My wife is dying.
Now is not the time to be a lay epic memer.
I always marry Henry with Lisa so that Owen can have an edgy father to justify his own edginess.
You know what? That's good. If I ever play Awakening again, I'll have to do that.
Honestly, okay, the one thing that I did in like Fates, like I do this every single time I play Revelations or whatever. It's I pair Tsubaki with Selena. Is she named Selena?
Yeah, Selena.
Because I'm thinking Severa, but I always pair them, and she's just like, oh, I hate this guy, he's just like my mom, and then they eventually get married, and then she gives birth to her mom, and she has a stroke.
Wait, how do you give birth to your mom? What?
No, like, Caldori looks exactly like her mom, and it behaves exactly like her mom, and like, when you get that super special cutscene, most other mothers don't have this, like, special little cutscenes, but like, Selena walks up, she's like, ah!
What?
That's the noise she
That's a
makes.
good noise.
What?
That's a good noise to make for that. That's definitely...
Yes. Yeah, that's not gonna be taken out of context, you know?
Yeah.
Shut up! Don't put it anywhere else.
I always pair Severa and Inigo and Selena and Waswell because, honestly, best pairing.
Did you guys do the Fates DLCs?
The DLCs where local Dragon Man's like, can you please like take care of my kid? And if you play Birthright, they're not taking care of his kid.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wasn't like the king of like the Birthright land like kind of an asshole anyways? Like didn't he deserve to get shot in the face?
Wasn't necessarily a bad person, but like he did have like a weird.
I just remember in the paralogue it was made clear that he isn't that much better than Garen.
Garen X Sumeragi.
Yeah. Can we get like a young Garen Doshin? young Garen, young Sumeragi.
Go. Meanwhile, young Akona and young what's the name of Garen's dead wife? Because they both have dead wives. It's something they can bond over.
Okay, then here's another question. So, like, from all Fire Emblem games, if you had to choose someone to have a tea party with, who would you go with?
Who would be the most interesting to talk to?
Anyone who's nice and can cook.
Who would be the most interesting to talk to?
Okay, you know, like the characters that are like that, like in game, everybody's like, "Wow, you make the most amazing tea." Like they explicitly say that. Like any character that does that, that's the character I would have a tea party with, because they would make the tea, and I would drink the world's best tea.
Am I picking from only 3 houses?
No, we're picking from the whole franchise, I think.
Yeah.
I would choose Gatekeeper.
Getting to know your soulmate.
I would choose Gatekeeper because I would be talking to myself. Alright, guys?
Give us Sprite a Gatekeeper body pillow.
Oh my god.
I have a Jaden body pillow, fuck you.
What?
I mean,
You have a Jaden body pillow?
You have a Jaden body.
I thought you drew me with a Jaden body pillow at one point.
I did?
Did you?
Jaden from Yu-Gi-Oh?
No.
No, I mean, to be fair though, Jaden from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Jaden from Syconia are the same person. They have the exact same personality.
I have a Fire Emblem confession.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Confession.
I have restarted FE6 about 5 times now, but I have never finished it for some reason.
FE6 is not very good.
I have played Fire Emblem 1.
Fire Emblem 1 is not very good.
FE6 is probably one of my least favorite games in the franchise because it's just like more bland FE7.
Here's like what's consistently like the shittiest games in a really long running series. Like the early installments and like one in the middle.
I think 2 almost holds up.
And maybe a new one. Me playing Dragon Quest 1 and crying.
I just played Dragon Quest and then crying. Like, I play Dragon Quest and I just go, oh no, what am I doing?
I think 2 is slightly better, but it has like a weird like obvious beta thing where things are just kind of a little glitchy, and then 3 is where like it really the series is like, okay, I know what I'm doing.
Well, 3 is just a remake of 1.
No, it's not. It's the end of that trilogy.
3 is the prequel to 1 and 2.
Oh wait, you guys are talking about Dragon Quest? Fucking cringe.
No, I thought the first 3 games were like a trilogy of games.
No. Okay, they're all part of the Erdrick trilogy, and Erdrick is in the 3rd game, and then in the first game,
When We Stay on Topic podcast.
When We Stay.
Okay, guys, so like, can we just talk about how we hate everyone else that's not in this voice chat right now? Like, they're all just such fucking idiots.
Yeah, everyone is a fucking edgy edgelord who hates all lollies. Lollies are based.
I would like to throttle Sayome.
This is all getting cut out anyway, so whatever, right?
It's not getting cut out. Okay, editor.
Editor, cut it out.
Editor, keep this in. Sayome, she's bad at Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm better. She only wins when she uses topdeck.com results, and I build all my decks from scratch.
Hey, don't you think, like, okay, since we're talking about people who are not on this podcast, don't you think Des is pretty cute?
Yeah, he kind of cute though.
He's also a frog.
I think he sounds Spanish.
Fuck you, Horfield. Fuck you. No, seriously, like.
Okay.
You're going there. You're really going there.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
You know what you look like?
Yes, what about
a bad friend? That's what you look like.
I am a bad friend. I'm a terrible person. I know that. I'm working on it.
I would like to state that, for the record, while Des is also a frog, he is also a renowned warrior and an academic.
I will say, Des is Portuguese. I am merely joking for the sake of joking. I do think Portugal's a real country.
I am going to clip this and say a Portugal-based. Portugal is just Brazil.
Okay, now that's...
You are going to get kicked off the podcast.
I'm going to Brazil.
No,
Okay, to be fair, saying it's Brazil, it's better than saying it's Spain.
Yeah.
Spain is Portugal 2.0.
Because at least, like, Brazil speaks Portuguese. Did you know Brazil has the highest amount of Japanese people outside of Japan?
Guys, Fire Emblem Conquest and Birthright with Portugal and Brazil. Which one is which?
Well, Portugal would be Birthright, and Brazil would be...
Wait, why?
Because, Portugal's small, and Japan is also small, and Birthright is based on Japan, so the small one loses to the larger one.
Oh, I see. Makes sense. Why do we gotta have the bad story? I don't want to have the bad story.
I have a better idea. Portugal would be Revelations. It would be the hidden country in between Brazil and Spain.
I actually hate that. Spain, Brazil, a rivalry strong as time, but what little know is that Portugal is the true mediator between this conflict.
You abandoned your country and language. Now pay for your betrayal.
Yes. This is the best episode ever.
We should end with the announcement of our new game that we're releasing called Water Logo. It is a game that I have been developing, and It's like Fire Emblem, but better.
Oh, water logo.
Yo, I'm going to release Fire Album, which is my mixtape. Mixtape.
All right.
Mixtape, right?
All right, so the way I want to end this is I just want to make a couple announcements. Like, I know this is the first episode of the Weapon Triangle podcast. You know, like, after this, we're going to be doing, like, you know, like, a Fates book club, and then we're going to be doing, like, like, Fire Emblem the movie, and then we're going to be doing...
Actually, Weapon Triangle podcast down. The Demon Summoning Club is the new podcast. We're only going to be talking about Shin Megami Tensei from this point onward. Demi Kids is all you need.
I have a third announcement. It's a very sad announcement.
Wait, you have something to report, Horsegam? Wow.
Yes, I have something to report. I am leaving the Weapon Triangle podcast. I'm sadly to say I have other engagements. Like I am joining the When We Cry podcast. You can listen to me there.
The fuck is
we
that?
talk about this series that I think is called the When They Cry.
Who the fuck do you think you are coming onto our podcast and advertising your...
Jessica,
Get the
man.
fuck out of
Who
here
the fuck
advertising your own podcast. Fucking get out.
Yeah.
Fuck
It's not my
you.
own podcast. It's like owned by some guy, weird Portuguese man named Des.
Fucking cringe. Who calls their podcast When We Cry?
Dude, no one wants to, like, listen to a podcast about this small-ass game that nobody plays.
You fucking come on and record one episode with us. You fucking you fucking said you'd be there for the fucking Bates log. What the fuck are we supposed to do now, huh?
Yeah, I had to carry the whole thing by talking about Camilla, and I can only talk about Camilla for so long, which is several days.
And to add insult to injury, you advertise your own different podcast that you're gonna be on. Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here! This fucking podcast is over.
No.
You know what you deserve, Horsegam? You deserve to be left behind like Sophie on that Fire Emblem 6 map.
No. What he deserves is to have his leg broken, because horses can't all die after they broke their legs. So we'll have him die a really slow and painful death.
Guys, I got nothing to report. I'll see you later. I'm stopping my recording.
Horsegam, we're sending you to the glue factory.